Home prices. What the heck are they doing? Are they rising? Are they falling? What if I told you it depends on the data that you're looking at? And in a way, they're kind of doing both. It is so confusing right now. Are home prices rising? Are they falling? What is going on? And what's really odd is actually both things are happening. What depends is how you're looking at it. And here's what I mean by that. Are you looking at the data month over month or year over year? If you're going with a year over year data comparison, what you would do is take June 2022 and compare it to June of 2023. And this is the type of comparison that's going to give you kind of the long-term snapshot of what's happening in the market. If you're going to use the comparison of month over month, you would compare May of 2023 to June of 2023. And this is going to give you the closer up snapshot of the market trends that are happening right here, right now. So which one's the right one to use? The answer is that they both have their place. Long-term and short-term trends are important. When comparing year over year, you've got to take into context what you're comparing to. For example, if you're doing that right now, you're comparing to 2022, which was an abnormal, unicorn, crazy high post-pandemic year. So a year-over-year comparison is naturally going to show some declines and some changes because there was no way for us to maintain all the insanity that happened after the pandemic. So when you compare year over year, you're going to see that in a lot of instances, home prices are declining. So does that mean that they're going to continue to fall? Not necessarily. Because when you start to look at month over month comparison, you can see that price decline may not actually be the case. A report released recently by CoreLogic shows that for the most part, we've probably already seen the bottom of house price drops, and in a lot of instances are on our way back up. Does it mean prices are going to skyrocket? Not necessarily. But it does mean that if you're only using year-over-year comparisons, you may not be getting the full picture because those 2021 and 2022 years really distort the data of a year-over-year comparison. Data for real estate is always a month behind. So the most recent data that we have in July is the June data from the month prior because July's data is not going to be calculated until the third week of August. According to NAR, the National Association of Realtors, existing home sales rose 0.2% in May of 2023, with gains in the South and West and declines in the Northeast and Midwest regions of the U.S. Sales in all 4 regions fell year over year. Now, according to the latest market data for Alachua County from Florida Realtors, the year-over-year inventory is up 15.8%, meaning how many homes are available to sell. But that only puts us at 2.2 months, and it's not a balanced market until we hit 4 to 6 months. The median time to contract from when the sign goes in the ground till when it's under contract is up 150%, but that's from 6 days to 15. I know. It feels like an eternity to have to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get an offer, but in the overall timeline of real estate, that's actually pretty short. Average sales prices are down 2% from $426,474 last year to $418,008 this year. The year-over-year comparison paints somewhat of a gloomy picture. But now let's compare that to the month-over-month data for Alachua County. Month-over-month inventory in Alachua County for May to June of 2023 is 15.8%, from 2 months to 2.2 months month-over-month. It's still a seller's market by traditional standards. Median time to contract is actually down from 17 days in May to 15 days in June. That is a 9.5% decrease, meaning houses are going under contract a little bit faster than they were. Average sales price is down 1.75% month over month, from $425,313 in May to $418,008 in June. But closed sales actually went up from May to June by almost 6%, but they are down 11.8% from June of last year. All of these stats are valuable. It's important to look at the long-term trends that have happened over the last 12 months. It's also important to see what's happening right here, right now, month over month. Because without using both sets of data, you're not gonna get the full picture. Comparing year-over-year data is super helpful, but just keep in mind, at least for now, comparing it to those unicorn years is going to skew the data a little bit. So in a way, I'm kind of leaning on some of the month-over-month trends to give me a clearer picture of what's really happening in the market. Just remember, look at the whole picture. Inventory in our area is still too low for prices to plummet. And as more and more buyers are beginning to get used to interest rates at 6 or 7%, they're starting to ease their way back into the market. And when you mix low supply with high demand, you get an explosive real estate market. And when it comes to decoding this market, there are so many parts and pieces, but one of the biggest pieces is inventory. Just how bad is the shortage in the US? I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. See you next time.